I'm John Boyette with the City of Raleigh's Communications Department, and welcome back to another edition of Under Construction. On this show, we'll take a quarterly look at capital improvement projects the City of Raleigh is undertaking to improve our area's quality of life. Today's show is about the construction of the Pullen Road extension, which will make traveling in West Raleigh a lot easier when it's complete. Also on today's show, we'll update you on some of the city's other capital projects. When we return from a short break, we'll open our show at the site of the new Pullen Road extension.
Okay, so what would you bring to my company?
What do you need?
I need problem-solving skills.
I got through high school without a car, a phone, or a computer.
No college degree, though.
Not yet, but life's taught me a lot, and I'm ready for more.
Well, you're not the typical kind of candidate that I hire. But you are exactly what I'm looking for.
Your company could be missing out on the candidates it needs most. Learn how to find a great pool of untapped talent at gradsoflife.org.
Construction has begun on a unique new road here in West Raleigh. The City of Raleigh is extending Pullen Road from its dead end at Western Boulevard to Centennial Parkway, a distance covering about half a mile. The project is designed to improve safety and decrease traffic congestion on heavily traveled Western Boulevard. Joining me today is David Savage, project engineer.
That's right, John. What you just said is exactly right. We're going to reap a lot of benefits for the public from the completion of this project. Among those things is the demand for traffic from Western Boulevard. This is going to open up a whole new path through here for traffic and to satisfy some of that demand. Coming straight off the end of west of Pullen Road where it is now, we'll come up and we'll have a roundabout here at Bellevue, and then Bellevue will be extended up to here just about where we're standing at the intersection of Oval and Centennial. It'll be a pedestrian-friendly facility, bicycle-friendly facility. It'll be a very aesthetically pleasing facility, and it'll provide a much safer access to both Western and Centennial for the community down here off of Bellevue Street.
And it'll also be another way to get to this beautiful new cathedral we have here.
That's absolutely right. For anybody coming west on Western Boulevard, it'll be very good access up the Pullen Road extension and then Bellevue, and then they'll have access to the parking lot right here.
In fact, speaking of the Catholic Diocese, I understand they're helping to fund this project. So City of Raleigh, Catholic Diocese, and North Carolina State University are funding this $4 million project together.
That's right. They're contributing. All the right-of-way was contributed by the Catholic Diocese of Raleigh and by NC State University, and then a tremendous input of funds to the design and construction as well.
Tell us about the feature.
It'll be a 2-lane facility with a nice landscape grass median in between. There'll be bike lanes on each side. There'll be a 6-foot sidewalk on one side of the road, and then on the other side of the road will be it'll be a very state-of-the-art kind of a landscaped, aesthetically pleasing and safe facility. The roundabout, of course, is the thing we're seeing a lot more and has worked very well in these kinds of situations.
Talk a little bit about roundabouts. Like you said, we're seeing more of roundabouts. Right. Mm-hmm. What's the benefit of having roundabouts versus traffic signals?
There are many benefits. One of the main ones is they are environmentally friendly, because unlike with a stoplight or a stop sign, you don't have as much traffic sitting idling, and making emissions, but you're not getting anybody anywhere. Right. And with the roundabouts, there's less of that. People still have to stop, but there's less of it, and it's more of a flow. That's one benefit. Another benefit is to pedestrians. With the pedestrians, the most you ever have to cross is 1 lane of traffic in one direction, and you get a refuge area. That's often called a pork chop between those lanes. So you never have to cross any more than 1 lane of traffic in one direction, and you get to a refuge area. And another significant benefit is roundabouts function without power, unlike a traffic signal. Yeah.
Like we were saying, we're actually building a new road here.
Yeah. What had to be done first was basically logging the place. And so a lot of big trees, much like what you see here, came down. and had to be either cut into logs and hauled off or had to be chipped up into mulch. And that was the first step. And then taking all of the what we call root mat and the organic soil off of here to get down to the soil we can actually use to build something. That was a big part of the first of the project. Of course, getting our erosion control, which is an environmental measure to protect the surrounding. It is a very unique project in that way. It's rare that the city of Raleigh does one like this where we're on a completely new location with a new road. That was some of the first steps that we had to take, and then of course once that gets done, we can get on to the bigger measures like building our BMP down here to my left and actually building the road embankments.
We took out some trees. There's always concern taking out trees. So
Yep.
how do you address that?
How do we address that? That's a really good question. We address that with what's called best management practices in terms of our erosion and runoff control. So an example of that is they're actually building a BMP, a best management practice right here. That just serves as a basin to control the sediment runoff off of the project. It'll stop that. And then as a last phase of construction, we'll convert that to a permanent man-made wetland that would encourage, birds and certain kinds of plants. And it would also, it basically treats the runoff before it leaves the site. So runoff coming off of the road with some, say some petroleum in it, that would serve to basically treat that and make it much more nature friendly before it leaves that natural, that man-made wetland. That's one thing we do to mitigate that. Another thing we do to mitigate the clearing and the loss of trees and all is part of the funding of the project actually included purchasing of preserved land, like a land bank land that will be preserved into perpetuity.
We lose the trees, but still we came back with enhancements that further, and really in some cases, protects the environment more or better and better.
And all that's regulated, and we had to get permits and show that we had done all that to mitigate that impact. But yes, I think most people would agree that the mitigation that we did, along with the benefits to the traveling public and to the community, way outweigh the trees we lost.
The Pullen Road extension, when do we hope to have it complete?
It's a 365-day scheduled project that started in late November, so we'll be looking for, late November completion.
Anything else you want to say about the project?
I'm really excited to be on such a unique project and to be a part of it. It's been a real fun experience so far.
Well, to learn more about the Pullen Road Extension Project, visit the City of Raleigh's website, www.raleighNC.gov, or contact the city's Engineering Services Department at 919-996-5575. When we return, we'll update you on some of the city's other capital projects.
You're on your way to meet up with friends, but you can't seem to get anywhere quickly. You don't want your friends to be annoyed, so you text. You're on your way. Five seconds is the average time your eyes are off the road while texting while driving. Make sure you get where you're going.
Welcome back to Under Construction, a show about City of Raleigh capital improvement projects. On today's show, we told you about the Pullen Road extension that is under construction. Here's what's going on with some of the city's other capital improvement projects. The City of Raleigh's fire department is upgrading or replacing aging fire stations. 2 new stations are currently under construction. The new fire station number 6 is being built at Oberlin Road and Fairview Road. It will consist of 14,990 square feet and 2 equipment bays and house 1 fire company and 1 reserve engine. Completion is set for the fall. The new fire station number 12 is located at the intersection of Busway and Pool Road. It will consist of 18,136 square feet and 3 equipment bays and house 2 fire companies. It is scheduled to open in the spring. The budget for both Station 6 and Station 12 totals $12.5 million. The Buck Jones Road widening project is taking shape. The city is widening Buck Jones Road to 3 lanes from near Farmgate Road to Zebick Way. The improvements also includes 2 roundabouts at Farmgate Road and at Bashford Road, and new bicycle lanes, curb and gutter, street lights, and sidewalks. The Buck Jones Road widening project is scheduled for completion by the fall. Funding for the $8.2 million project was approved by Raleigh voters in a 2005 transportation bond issue. Construction is also continuing on Phase 2 of the Hillsborough Street Renewal Project. The improvements are taking place on Hillsborough Street from Gardner Street to just west of the Rosemary Street, Shepherd Street intersection. The $17 million project includes 3 new roundabouts, raised medians, marked bicycle lanes, wider sidewalks with brick pavers, a rain garden, and public art. Also, overhead utility lines will be relocated and placed underground. The project is designed to improve safety and traffic flow and help make Hillsborough Street a more desirable place to work, shop, dine, and live. Construction on Hillsborough Street is expected to be complete by late this spring. That concludes this edition of Under Construction Capital Improvements. To learn more about the City of Raleigh's capital improvement projects, contact the city's communications department at 919-996-3100 or visit the city's website at www.raleighNC.gov. The next edition of Under Construction airs in May. I look forward to seeing you then. I'm your host, John Boyette, and thanks for watching.